Hi everyone, welcome back to the 100% Lies of P walkthrough. In this session we're going to be making our way through collapsing Krat. So the way forward is past the merchant and through here. Now this is a pretty tough section. There's a lot of powerful enemies. It's actually easy to fall and die in some places. And then there are also these really annoying crystals.
This used to be the workshop's transportation base, close to Krat's central station.
The crystals cause disruption when you get close, so you want to kill them quickly, or from range.
But I didn't see it myself. I didn't know the scale of it all. So let's add that earthquake to our list of strange and bizarre happenings in Krat and keep moving.
So I'll show you and see how the disruption is building up, because we're in range of this crystal. And once you blow them up, you're okay, but you want to be quick to take care of them. So the first way we're going to go is this way. As you can see, these enemies have a huge kind of rounded arm, and they just bring it slamming down, which is just really terrible. So we can puppet string this guy over. And that's a good trick. The puppet string's just fantastic. I highly recommend using it in this section, just because you can pull enemies away from the crystals, and then that lets you, take care of the crystals on their own. Here you can see that's what that looks like when they hit, and they'll keep doing it. It's good to let you see that, because the danger is that they kind of just repeatedly pound you, so if they hit you once, you want to try to get away, not let them do it again. Okay. So there's a shortcut gate there that we're going to unlock. There's a path across. You can see up there. Now, the trick with this section is there's a butterfly that's going to spawn when you go across. So what we want to do is lure these enemies to us, which you can do by hitting the crystals over there with throwables. So that's something we're going to be doing. Oh, that's unfortunate. So for instance, you see this crystal here. We can throw some thermite at it. Oh, he didn't actually. Oh, here he goes. So we're just waiting for him to see us. And then there's another crystal. So that's the shortcut gate. You can see our lamps lighting up. So 2 thermite are enough to take that out. We should get the other guy to come over here. Yeah, here he comes. And now that those enemies dead, well, first we'll go over here, but when we go across, the butterfly will spawn, but since we've now taken care of both the crystals and the enemies, we're going to have no trouble getting the butterfly. So that's just a trick. This is one of the hardest butterflies to get if you haven't done that. But now we're just wide open, right? It's able to just get the butterfly with no issue. You can see there's a path there, but we can't get to it. So we're going to go this way. This is a closed section. So we'll just take care of it. So here there are a bunch of those disruption dogs. Remember, they like to leap when they're not doing the cloud. So that's the leap. And just to show, there's one up here. Or that's the crystal, sorry. There's one more, I want to say. We'll just take care of the crystal. There's one more dog. Oh, there he is. So you can see if you're in the cloud, you see how horrible that is. And if you ever get in trouble, you can use a special resistance ampule. It's just to remind you, you have special purification. That'll take care of it. We want to get that loot, but we gotta wait for that cloud. To show this real quick, over here, remember we picked up the Frozen Feast weapon and I said you would need to show it to a merchant. They're going to appear here. So this is going to be where we're going to find them later. So just make a mental note of this location. Pick up this loot up here. And this loot back here. Now this was the section I was pointing out before that was kind of sitting above the other. Aim for quick with that one, you can get in the fatal from the back. And now the way forward is this way. Take care of the crystal. You can look there, there's a... Where is it? Yeah, there's a chest up there that we're going to get in a bit. But just to note that that's there. And now we're going to patient smash this guy. This is a pretty scary enemy, as you can see. Got the stagger on him. So I meant by this section can be a little tough when it's your first playthrough. It's just a lot of really big enemies, chunky enemies. So you can see this is a dicey bit. You can see show you the chest over there. So make that mental note that you saw a chest. This is the way forward. You can unlock the shortcut gate here. So if you're out of pulse cells, you need to replenish, you can go back to the Stargazer. But we're okay to keep going. Turn on our lamp so we can see. There's a little something to read over here. I'm trying to remember if there was a piece of loot up here. I think there is. Yeah, over here. And don't get distracted, there is a crystal. Sometimes they make them sneaky and they blend in and you have to notice that your disruption is building. So yeah, really watch that. If you see your disruption going up, you should panic and immediately try to find the crystal. So just to show where we are, making our way forward. Now in here is a really powerful enemy that is going to ambush us. We're going to do fire. And we're going to patient smash the minute we can. This guy hits like a truck. But if you save patient smash, it won't be much of a problem. And we have our extra heavyweight frame. And remember, we're walking around with a carrier amulet +1 now, so we're just completely fine on weight. Will be as long as we keep that on. Just trying to remember if there was any loot up here. Nope. Alright, we're good to keep going. Little tank. Some loot back here. And now we are at the alchemist's workshop. This is the collapsed tower. And we're good to use the Stargazer now. This right here will be our shortcut once we're done with the tower. We're just going to do a short loop through the tower, and then there's a boss at the end of this tower that we will have to deal with. You should be able to just get up and get right behind these guys and get up. Ah! Or you could mess it up like I just did. Remember, just all the gunmen always do 3 rounds of 3 shots. So it's tink, 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 and then you can kill them. Boy, I'm failing at the backstabbing here. These guys are really easy to abuse with Booster Glaive, though. If you see what I'm doing, I just kind of... Because they need to be close. That was the wrong time to do that. Even though those guys are gigantic and scary, and you would think they are carcasses, they are actually human. So we can put on Murderer's Puppet. And there's a guy in here. Get some stamina back, and then we'll get our stagger. So this section's actually much easier than the one with the crystals, in my opinion. The 2 R2s will stagger them, two charged heavies. That's actually what I should have done to all of them, rather than trying to go for a backstab. So now we're going outside. You can see there's this area down below, and this is where that chest was that we saw from there. See, there are all the crystals. And we got a Krat supply box, so we're going to be able to expand the shop. So that's really nice. Take the ladder back up. There's some loot up here. There was actually a little bit to do down here, though. Let's go over here. These guys will blow up. See that? When they die, they blow up. I see crates. Gotta roll through them. Leave no crate unbroken. Alright, and now we're good to climb all the way back up to the top. Go around. We're nearly to that shortcut. The first time I played this, those birds flying just completely freaked me out. And then get away from him when he blows up. So here's our shortcut ladder. And then here, up these stairs, is a boss. But because we want you to be as powerful as possible before you face that boss, we're going to level up and also turn in that supply box. So we'll head back to the Stargazer. Head back to the hotel. And this is for Paulandina's shop.
No matter what fate brings, serving her, welcome to her.
So we'll
This
add
is
shop
a supply
goods.
box. Officially, I shall open it and add it to the. No matter what fate serving her, welcome to.
So let's take a look at what has been added. So we've got some moonstones. We're not really in need of those at the moment. There are full moonstones of the Covenant, which we could use for our tridents. I'm not going to spend all of my Ergo on these yet, since we have not been using the trident. But we are going to before we go into New Game Plus. Obviously, we want to make sure that we get all of these limited upgrade materials. So that's these. Also, just buying some half moonstones, which are now unlimited, is great, because you know that can actually get you up to +9. There's a quartz. That's the most important thing to get here. And then we got another Legion caliber and a cryptic vessel from the shop. So we'll take the cryptic vessel over to Vanini.
I always welcome friends. Ah, thank you for coming. I was going a bit stir-crazy, as the poets say. Why don't I read the contents? Hide these, kill that, steal those. It's all the same. And the people who want them deciphered act as if it's the end of the world if they can't read them immediately. Tiresome. I am a simple, albeit brilliant man. Solving the code is what makes me happy. And with a friend at my side, what more is there to wish for? Perhaps sometimes I share too much. Thank you for listening.
So that's actually where Hugo was. At the Barren Swamp Stargazer.
I know my way around.
Let's see, we're still waiting on a full moonstone. And we actually don't have enough to level up. And I'm not going to do the quartz yet because we're going to go do the cryptic vessel. Just Barren Swamp Bridge. Because we're going to get another quartz from clearing this out real quick. Then we will use all of those quartz to get more upgrades before we face the Walker of Illusions. Which may be in this video or maybe in the next one, depending on how long this little side area takes.
Oh, you're here. See? I told you I'd do it. No trace of Alidoro inside, though. And the Hermit's Cave itself is too deep for me. My next stop is the Relic of Trismegistus, one of Alidoro's favorite treasure hunting grounds. I'm curious why he'd go back there time after time. Oh, maybe I'm getting the hang of this sort of work. See you later, treasure hunter.
Now, this is a pretty annoying section. I look forward to dying a fair bit. There is a trap, and you want to be very careful when you move because all throughout this section there are tripwires. Making sure you can see it really clearly, see it's connected between 2 points. If I were to step over that, or through it rather, and break it, here are arrows and they'll launch out and hit you. So the idea is, you don't see it, you walk through here and then you just get hit by stuff. So we're going to try to avoid that. This whole section is full of those. Often the right thing you could do there is just barely step through it and then roll back. Okay, so you can actually go down here first. This is one of those areas where you kind of have a choice as to... needed to jump. So yeah, this is a kind of an annoying platforming section where you can get knocked off everywhere and run through traps, all this sort of stuff. So we'll go down here and get this, but it's pretty short. So here, right, we got a crystal, so we gotta take care of that or get in trouble. Woo! Woof. Tough little enemy. So here, you can see. So look for where the arrow holes are. So I can see that they're here, so I can just run through that because they're gonna shoot behind me. And just kind of showing that was the piece of loot that I was wanting to get, but I fell for it, thinking I could walk off. Game tricked me. So this was the one that I was able to walk on, but then here I needed to jump. You can see there's more loot over there. So we're kind of looking for the way across there, and there's loot down there. Ah, so if we see that actually kept going. So we'll go over there and do that. My memory of all this is a little fuzzy. I wonder if there's a plungeable enemy there. Can't see anything. I am very suspicious though. Really? It's free? Alright. So the Hermit's Cave. Looks like this might be Medoro. This is Alidoro's friend, the one who's written a lot of the literature we've been reading. So again, carefully look for tripwires. You can see there's one there. So walk over now. See how we're doing. So just want to make sure that we didn't miss loot like back here. Yeah, we did. That's what I thought. Okay, so we grabbed that. It's worth taking the time to grab everything because there's a lot of ergo, a lot of nice goodies in here. So you could, this always show you this concept. You break it and then you just back up, let it fire, and then you're fine. Then you're able to move. So I just kind of want to check. Be very thorough, look around. So there's an enemy there. I think we could deal with him when we go down right there. Did they just fall? Oh no, they're walking along there, okay. Why did I patient smash in the wrong direction while still locked on? That was interesting. Oh, this is awful. Oh, I'm trapped. Got no stamina. Got the stagger. We'll open this chest. Another quartz. That's why we held off on spending that, because we'll just spend it all at the same time. Just trying to remember. I think there was loot outside that I didn't get yet over here. Yeah. And then we want to go out and across the narrow beam. We already took out the enemy that was coming across this. If I remember right, there's a stargazer. Give you a kind halfway point. Yeah, right there. Snag the loot and then rest at the stargazer. Alright, and then we're gonna go down. This is a pretty quick little area. Wanted to make sure you are as powerful as possible, especially if you're a Spectre player. You're going to be up against the Walker of Illusions without a Spectre. The next two bosses, in fact, don't allow Spectres. I'm guessing there's someone to the left. Oh, yeah. I wonder if we could... Just curious if they bust through the wall or something like that. So... see if that lures them out. Alright. Should get the crystal too. That worked. And then in here is another chest. And this is the Black Steel Cutter Blade. It's a nice orange weapon. Fire. And then to show the scaling, advance A, so the fire option here. For advanced people, change it to S scaling. Yeah, I can't show you the Fable since we're hanging on to our Fable. It's valuable. All right, and now we're headed for the back part of this section. Ah! Oh, they actually lived. Went down there. Thought I was going to kill them, but nope. So you can see there's a crystal down there. And then there's a trap. And again, you just look for where the arrow holes are, so they're ahead of us. So we'll just trigger it, roll back. And you can see there's another one. Arrow holes are ahead of us, so we'll just trigger it and walk back. Now here, because there's an enemy up there, we don't want to go down yet. We're going to need to jump, so... just want to get this loot. Now notice my disruption. Watch that. So see, the disruption was filling because of that crystal there. So, I'm going to watch out for stuff like that. Pay attention to where that is. We will throw cluster grenade. See how much that hurts. I wasn't sure if this would kill it. Yeah, not quite. But we can come over here, drop on it. Got two guys here. So the fatal one. That's the one we knocked off. Make sure there's no other loot. Yeah, okay, so we go over this way now. Now I remember, this is hilarious, I remember dying to this. So if you look at this bridge, there's a gap on the left. So you want to stay right, that's, they trick people, and then you fall off. So that's what we want to watch out for. So we'll try to lure him. Will he actually, we'll just get him. I'm gonna try to get him back across where it was safer. I was nervous about doing a booster glaive charge across that, but it ended up okay. So whoever's in here has kind of lost it. This is kind of talking about Sophia, you know, and how she has been rescuing us and rewinding time when we die. Because that's her power. And then we can see, here he is. The hermit. That's what he's turned into. We'll patient smash. And then we'll stagger him. We already staggered him, I guess. You can see he's got a ton of health. He's one of these dudes, right? Like from the cathedral. But we end up with a record.
Yet, while the getting's good.
And then if I remember right, there's one last bit of stuff up here. We get yet another quartz and the black cat's hunting apparel. Let's make sure I got everything in this room. Nothing lurking, nothing hiding. Alright, I think we're good. And now we can go back to the hotel. Because see, now we're going back here with tons of quartz that we get to spend on upgrades before we fight the walker. So before we level up, we'll head up here. We'll grab some gold coin fruit. I'm gonna check in with Giangio to see if he had any dialogue we hadn't unlocked. And we could buy a few more heals.
Stalker, please.
We'll head into Geppetto's room. Can check on the painting, see how our golden lie is doing. Oh, look at that. It's really long now. See if Geppetto has anything to say.
You found the workshop train. And the letter. I know who sent that letter. It has to be Simon.
I mean, he did sign it
He has
sign it
always
SM,
been
kind of a
after my
giveaway.
inventions. P organs are the best at bringing out Ergo's power, and he's obsessed. Don't pay that snake's lies any mind. Trust me and save Krat, my son. You don't remember much beyond. Ask me about.
All right, so we have three whole, let's see, yeah, we hadn't actually started in on anything yet, had we? I think we decided we want to increase our special grindstone uses. And we're going to be able to fully do that. But let's look at Phase 5. So we've got stagger attack from behind, increased fatal attack, that's great. Stagger duration is great. So if we go down to survival, we might have another pulse cell. Let's see. We do, that's a no-brainer. Give you a whole other pulse cell for fighting this guy. Gonna look at these. So here, auto charge Legion, perfect guard, fable charge, enhance. That's pretty nice. We already did survival type. I think we'll enhance our fatal attack. And then I think as our last one, since we can do this, we'll do perfect guard, fable charge, enhance. And now we've unlocked special grindstone uses. So you can see now we have 10 pulse cells and 2 grindstones. So that's just incredible. And we haven't even fought the walker yet. And now we will level up.
Whatever choice you make.
So we'll take technique to 28, and then we're going to do vigor to 19. Not going to be able to do it yet though, but vigor to 19 will be next. So now we are finally ready to face the walker. The Walker of Illusions is actually an enhanced human, so we keep Murderer Puppet on. I think that's what we currently have. We'll switch our Grindstone to Acid. Just make sure that I still have Murderer Puppet on. Do again at that. Carrier, Patience, Murderer Puppet, and we're still just leaving the Hunter on to get our Ergo. Alright. Let's see if I can kill this without dying. Wait, wrong way. I'm gonna take the shortcut. So the fight's gonna kind of start the minute we get up there. So we're just gonna go ahead and... Oh! That's annoying. Oh no! Oh, come on! Alright, well we're gonna purify. And I guess, so much for the extra flask, huh? And here's their boss. They're kind of fun. They've got a long, like, oh! Stopped our patient smash. Unfortunate. So it's easy to get into a trap where you're trying to heal and she just doesn't let you. It's probably the hardest part about this. Got the stagger. No, she wants to actually spawn a copy of herself. I don't know if she'll do that now that she usually does that around half health, but I think we might have staggered her out of it. So that move is bad when you get impaled, you can see that. You can see the puppet string also is really, really good, the full-blown puppet string attack. So yeah, that boss is not too hard. Especially if you're, you know, maxed out, have gotten all the quartz, all the upgrades. It's no problem. There goes our elevator. We fell really fast.
The hotel is under attack. Everyone's in danger. Head to the hotel and hurry.
Communication through ergo. An interesting parlor trick. Quite the performance, Papa Chipasa. But your lies will be useless in the new world. The world of truth. But you are worth studying in the meantime.
What could it be? Come on, pal. No time to lose.
So if you recognize this, this was right before, you remember you go up and through into the hotel, and that's where we fought the parade master before then going up to the hotel. And then this was the way when we were first making our way through the level, we went from that direction.
The Stargazer isn't transmitting.
So Simon has sabotaged the Stargazers, and the hotel's being attacked.
This was a bust, pal. Let's get back to the hotel, quickly. You know, walking works. Let's walk.
We can take our vigor to 19 like we wanted. Now, that's the way forward to the hotel. We're gonna go over here because there's some stuff to do. And remember, this is the way we used to come when we did the level the first time. And then over here was where the gate was shut, which it's now open. But remember we picked up some loot like right around here. And remember there was a phone to the left. You can hear it, it's now ringing.
Another fine day in the city.
Oh, so Arlecchino's now calling us.
My friend, just where you've been? Ah, the king thinks this riddle might be quite a poser. It's all about seeing past the tip of your nose, sir. Observation. It's about observation. Just listen, kid. This one should be easy. You've seen enough of it. If your answer's wrong now, you're not going to love it. This blue flower has many ways to take root, but only on man does it ever bear fruit.
That's ergo.
Correct! Yeah, I think you get the charm behind these riddles now. Yes? Charm. What? You felt threatened? Well, sometimes it's good to trust your feelings. A metaphor is a tool for hiding horrifying truths. It is a creation unique to humans. Now then, another question. Not a riddle, no rhymes. Just a question for you. Ergo does not appear out of thin air, so where did all those puppets get all that? Ergo. Ha! Yes! Always leave them laughing. That's what the king says. So, take this key, please. Then I say, up with yes, till we meet again. I trust you'll remember I lead the club, true, but I'm also a member.
So now we've got the Trinity key. And we got a butterfly, which is like the worst. Fortunately, it went up to the crystal. And remember this guy? It's who we fought before. He's now corrupted. Oh, fast enough that we couldn't do a charged R2 after. Oh, and they do this thing where they flail before letting you get the stagger. And then remember over here is where you would check the ground. Where we did that, solve that puzzle. You can see the hotel. The lights are out. Notice that, the lights are out in the hotel. It's been hit. It's being attacked. You can also run over here. see this guy. Just a little bit of loot to snag, and remember there was you could walk up, and this is where we learned about plunge attacks. Was up here. They've gone and given us some more loot. Alright, and that little loop is done. And now what we can do,
The Stargazer isn't
oh, I was gonna say we could do the last Trinity key, but
sure why.
we're actually stuck, waiting.
Oh no. Hey, so there's something horrible in front of the hotel. It might be worse than what we saw at the cathedral. Alright, tighten up your springs and let's go.
So we have the corrupted Parade Master. So like the original Parade Master, you have to do it without a Spectre. And I'll be honest, I just don't know this boss very well, because he just doesn't have very much health, so I always find myself just kind of destroying him without really... I've never really had to learn his moveset, so you know, if things go wrong with Patient Smash, maybe I'll be in trouble, we'll see. Because I'll be honest, I don't really have any idea of how to time that. But yeah, he just dies so quick. So what I'm going to do, I want to make sure that I can Patient Smash, so we're just going to... This is a great time to use some Fable Catalysts. That should be enough, I think. And I imagine that Puppet String will get him too. Okay, you can see him there. Let's go ahead and do fire. Oh. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, we can get him. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's crawling. Okay. So he's doing decay. See, I'm kind of an idiot when it comes to this boss. That's the Puppet Master. Okay, sorry, I do recognize those moves. Why is it so hard to stagger? Actually wondering if this guy got soft or something. Because I've always just completely destroyed him. Well, okay. This is the first time I've done this game a zillion times. It's the first time I have not just one-shot that guy. Probably because I was trying to do it for a walkthrough. Alright, well. We'll do fire. I'm a little perplexed because I feel like the moves I did should have been enough to just totally stagger him. So patient smash. Just keep R2ing. Yeah, this is more like how it goes, right? Just, you know, wrecking him. This is you see what I mean? That's why I've never really learned this boss. I know to just get away from that. I think we'll purify this. There's the stagger. Yeah, I mean, this is how it normally goes. That's why, I admit I just don't really even know his moves. Alright. And you can see he gave us our full moonstone, so we're going to be able to fully upgrade our weapon.
Now? Let's get back to the hotel and our friends.
Double check that there's no loot hiding anywhere here. Remember, this was originally where we came up when we were first going to the hotel. Remember this, and then we had that shortcut. And over here. I'm assuming they didn't put loot over on the sides, just to remind myself. Don't see anything. Oh, look at everyone dead outside.
You're alive. I was worried because I didn't hear from you. The stalkers have kidnapped Geppetto. It was the Fox, the Cat, and the Black Rabbit Brotherhood. But really, I sense Simon is behind this. First, go to the second floor and make sure everyone is okay. I'll try to figure out where they ran off to. Antonia might know a secret passage. Try asking her.
Remember, we got a record from the Hermit's Cave? Notice the hotel is just, it's very sad. It's been completely trashed. And everyone's hiding in here.
There! I'll never open this door. You might as well give up. Oh, it's you. Is it safe out there? Give me a sec. Okay, come in.
I'm sorry, child. Geppetto has been kidnapped.
You're here. That's a relief. Being trapped somewhere. It's the worst. It's good to be free. Oh, sorry. I should be thanking you first. When you came in, you reminded me of the Hound. Probably because both of you saved my life. Thank you so much.
You have my personal thanks for saving Master Vanini, sir. Do look after him, won't you, sir?
Thank you for another timely rescue, compagno. I seem to find myself once again in your debt. I talk a big game, but when push comes to shove, I freeze. It'd be funny if it weren't so pathetic. Surely there must be something that only I, in all my genius, can contribute. But if there is not, then Venigni is here to help you in any way he can. Fear not.
I'm sorry, child. Geppetto has been kidnapped. The alchemists planned the whole thing. All while we were hiding here. I certainly didn't expect an attack on the hotel. The possibility never crossed my mind. However, I think we can track them down. My portrait. Behind it lies a passageway to their base. The hotel had an accommodation.
Love how she waits till just now to tell us that there's been a passageway to the alchemist base this whole time from the hotel.
It'll open the secret passageway, and you can save Geppetto.
So now we've learned
Apparently, I must
anger.
remain in this room. I hope Geppetto is safe. Be careful out there, won't you? The hotel will always welcome you back.
We can share the anger emotion with the broken puppet back in the swamp. So yeah, there's a lot of good stuff to get here now. I think I would go for retain guard regain at this point. So this will actually buff our puppet string. So we'll do that. And then we can talk to Giangio about the attack. Get some more gold coin fruit. And there, our record finished, and we got more humanity.
Mr. Stalker, it's you.
The way he goes, ah!
I thought it was the intruders again. It's a relief you're safe. I was helpless, hiding the entire time. This is my first time coming back out. You surprised me, but make no mistake. You're always welcome here, Mr. Stalker. Let me know if there's anything you need.
Just to see his dialogues, we get to see him react to the attack on the hotel. And we can now max out our weapon.
You're here. It's good. When you came in, Alidoro has disappeared. What if he disappeared while fighting those stalkers? Worst case scenario. Ugh, I shudder to think. There's already too much death in the city. I just want safety for everyone at the hotel, at least. That's why I should make sure you're well armed. If you're here.
And you should get the strongest normal weapon trophy if you've been following along and upgrading your weapon at the same time as I've been doing mine.
Soon, you will see the Isle of Alchemists. But be warned, you're walking into hell. And I should know, the truth is, I escaped from there. I had to leave a lot behind. And that is why I woke you. Like you, clever one. I am more. Show me that you're ready to. I knew it. There is a secret passage. It might be the only path. Whatever choice you make.
So we'll start doing capacity again. Alright. Next session we will head over to the Secret Alchemist base. Until then, see you next time.